Hey everyone! Welcome back to Easy English Classroom, the podcast that helps you learn real, everyday English. I'm Jason.
And I'm Julia. So happy you're here today. And I have a question for you right from the start.
Have you ever had one of those days at work where everything is quiet, no big meetings, no urgent emails, no boss running around, just a slow, easy day at the office?
Oh, yes, I love those days.
Right? Those slow work days are actually perfect for learning English because the office is full of simple, useful vocabulary, words you can use every single day.
And that is exactly what we are doing today. We are going to take you through a slow day at work, step by step, from morning to afternoon, and teach you the English words and phrases that real office workers use.
Whether you work in an office, study English for work, or just want to understand more English in your daily life, this episode is for you.
And don't worry, we are keeping everything simple and clear. This is A2 level. No complicated grammar, just useful, real English.
So, sit back, relax, and imagine you're having a slow, comfortable day at work. Let's begin.
Okay, Jason, it's Monday morning. You arrive at the office. What do you do first?
First, I clock in. That means I register my arrival time. In some offices, you use a machine. In others, you sign a paper or check in on a computer.
Right, and the phrase is, I clocked in at 9 o'clock. It's a very common office phrase.
Then, you go to your desk. Your desk is your personal workspace. Your table with your computer, your phone, maybe some papers.
And on a slow day, you might sit down, turn on your computer, and check your inbox.
Your inbox, that's where all your emails go. When new messages arrive, they go into your inbox.
Let's look at some key vocabulary for the morning.
Clock in. To record the time you arrive at work. For example, I clock in every day at 8:45 a.m.
Desk, your personal work table in the office. For example, I keep a photo of my family on my desk.
Inbox, the folder where your emails arrive. For example, I have 12 new messages in my inbox this morning.
Colleague, a person you work with, a coworker. For example, my colleague Sarah sits next to me.
Break room, a room in the office where people relax, eat, and drink coffee. For example, I make my coffee in the break room every morning.
Now let's hear those words in a mini conversation. Imagine two colleagues, Anna and Tom, arriving at the office on a slow morning.
Good morning, Anna. Did you clock in already?
Yes, just now. I'm making coffee in the break room. Do you want some?
Yes, please. Is there anything urgent in the inbox today?
Not really. It looks like a slow day. I only have 2 emails.
Perfect. I'll check my desk and join you in a minute. See how natural that sounds? Short sentences, simple words. You can have that conversation today.
Exactly. And notice, a slow day isn't a bad thing. On a slow day, you have time to organize, think, and breathe. It's actually nice.
Okay, it's now about 10 o'clock. You've had your coffee, you've checked your emails. What happens next on a slow day?
Well, on a slow day, you might do some of the smaller tasks you normally don't have time for. Things like filing documents, updating a spreadsheet, or replying to emails.
Let's talk about those words one by one. First, filing documents. To file something means to organize it and put it in the right place, like putting papers into folders.
In a physical office, you might put papers into a filing cabinet. On a computer, you save files into folders.
Second word, spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is a file with rows and columns. Think of Microsoft Excel. You use it to organize numbers, names, or data.
For example, I updated the spreadsheet with the new sales numbers. Very common in office jobs.
And third, replying to emails. To reply means to write back to someone who sent you a message. Super simple, but very important. File, filing. To organize and store documents in the correct place. For example, I spent an hour filing old reports this morning.
Spreadsheet, a digital document with rows and columns for organizing data. For example, can you update the spreadsheet with the new numbers?
Reply. To write back or respond to a message. For example, I replied to all my emails before lunch.
Now, here's something I love about slow days. You can prepare for the busy ones. On a slow day, you check your schedule, you look at upcoming deadlines, you get organized.
That's such a good point. Slow days are secret productivity days. What we will do next.
Let's do another mini dialogue. This time, two colleagues are talking about their morning tasks.
Hey, Anna, what are you working on?
I'm filing some old documents. I never have time to do this on busy days.
I know what you mean. I'm updating the spreadsheet for the monthly report.
Oh, when is the deadline for that?
Next Wednesday, but I want to finish it early. Do we have any meetings today?
Just one, a short team meeting at 3 p.m., only 30 minutes.
Perfect. Nice and easy day. Did you notice? All of those sentences were short and simple. That is real office English at A2 level.
And you probably understood almost everything because you already know these words from everyday life. Office English isn't scary, it's just life at a desk.
Life at a desk. That's the episode title right there.
It's 12:30, lunchtime, and lunchtime in an office is actually one of the best places to practice English.
Because it's relaxed. People are not thinking about work. They're talking about food, weekend plans, family, TV shows.
And you can join in. Even at A2 level, you have enough English for a lunch conversation.
Let's learn some phrases for lunchtime social English. These are phrases you can use to start a conversation or keep it going.
Tom, are you taking your lunch break now?
Yes. Are you eating in or eating out?
I was going to eat in, but it's so nice outside. Maybe we can grab a bite at that new place across the street.
Great idea. I haven't been there yet, and we can catch up. I feel like we haven't talked properly in weeks.
I know. Let's go. I'll tell the others in case they want to come.
Perfect. See you downstairs in 5 minutes.
See that? A whole natural conversation, and every single phrase in there is A2 level. Nothing difficult.
This is the power of slow day English. You have time to notice the language, use it, and enjoy it.
And when you eat lunch with colleagues and chat in English, even a little, your confidence grows so fast.
Okay, it's 2 o'clock. You're back from lunch. The afternoon of a slow day. What does that look like?
Usually, people do lighter tasks in the afternoon. Maybe a short meeting, some reading, planning for tomorrow.
And at around 3 or 4 p.m., people start thinking about wrapping up, finishing their work, and getting ready to leave.
Oh yes, wrapping up is a great phrase. It means finishing everything and preparing to end the day.
Let's do our final vocabulary set, end of day office English. Anna, are you almost done for the day?
Almost. I'm just checking my to-do list to see if I missed anything.
Did you follow up with the client from last week?
Not yet. I'll do that first thing tomorrow morning. I don't have much else on my plate today, so it was a nice, easy day.
Same. I'm going to touch base with the manager quickly and then clock out.
Sounds good. Have a good evening, Tom.
You too. See you tomorrow.
And that, my friends, is a slow workday in English, from start to finish.
Morning to evening, clock in to clock out. You now have the vocabulary to describe, understand, and talk about a whole workday in English.
Before we close today, I want to talk to anyone who's learning English for work, maybe for a new job, or because your workplace is international, or because you just want to feel more confident.
This one's for you, because I know it can feel really scary to speak English at work. What if I say something wrong? What if my colleagues laugh? What if my boss thinks I'm not professional?
Those feelings are totally normal, and here's the truth. Most workplaces are much more supportive than you think. People respect effort, and small steps lead to big changes.
I love tip number 3, writing your to-do list in English. That's something you can start tonight. It costs nothing, it requires nothing, and it works.
English at work isn't about being perfect. It's about being understood. And the words we taught you today, desk, inbox, deadline, wrap up, follow up, These words will make you understood immediately.
So use them, starting tomorrow morning.
Okay, before we go, let's do a super fast recap. How many vocabulary words did we learn today?
We learned 6 morning words, 6 mid-morning words, 5 lunchtime phrases, and 6 afternoon phrases. That's 23 new words and expressions in one episode.
23, and they all came from one ordinary, slow, relaxed day at the office.
That's the magic of learning English through real situations. You don't sit with a textbook and memorize. You experience the language.
If you really want to remember today's vocabulary, here's your homework. Choose 3 words from today's episode. Use each one in a real sentence about your own day. Write those sentences in the comments below. Bonus, record yourself saying them out loud. Yes, out loud.
And if you want more episodes like this one, practical, friendly, real-life English, please hit that subscribe button right now. We post new content every single week.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps more learners find our channel. And share it with a friend or a colleague who wants to improve their work English.
Drop a comment and tell us, what kind of day do you have at work? Slow day or super busy day? Let's talk.
We read every single comment, every one. So write to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep showing up, keep practicing, and remember,
Every slow day is a learning day, and every new word is a step forward.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Julia from Speak Up. See you next time.